Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Supreme Ruler Multiplayer featuring yours truly, Bundeswehr Bob, Commissar Roach, Magnus, and Mordred Viking. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Damn it, Ben, you stole it.
I do what I can.
I'm waiting on Poland to capitulate Russia.
Yeah, hurry up, Poland. Come on.
I'm getting on it. There's a problem of not enough kielbasa. Not enough. We ran out of bratwurst, and now we have to local supply our sausage.
There's plenty of wild sausage out there. I can see it.
There's just sausage roaming through the land. It's just unprocessed. Oh, thanks to Z Silver for the sub this morning. Thank you. Boss, awesome. Just watched the other parts last night and this morning. Can't wait to see the push into the heart of Russia. Yeah, really.
Okay, sorry about everybody that was looking at my recording of this. I had to clean my glasses quickly because I forgot I wasn't wearing them. That's what happens when you don't have glasses for almost a month.
And of course, the second I start talking, the cat jumps up into my lap and is like, "What you doing?"
So
That was adorable yesterday when you were DMing.
So I gotta talk about my first big disappointment with this game.
Do it.
So I was doing. Who the fuck's shooting at me? That's not my disappointment. It's something else. Oh no, it's Ben getting shot at, and I'm not as disappointed now. Anyway, so I was playing. I say was because I'm not doing it anymore. On Tuesdays, I was streaming a Soviet Union Cold War game, which I'm not doing anymore because I found out that you cannot actually influence nations to flip their government form at all.
Really?
In any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
Huh. Is that a thing? Is that a thing only with the scenario or the sandbox as well?
Both.
Ooh.
Both. Ooh.
Oh,
So
everything.
It seems to me like the military has got a good game in this, and the economy has got a good game in this, but the diplomacy is basically non-existent.
Yeah, well, I mean, it has a facade of complexity in front of the diplomacy, because you've got a lot of options. Like, you have, 20 treaties you can have with an individual country for different things.
Yeah.
But it's very shallow. It's kind of like the same thing with, what's that game? Sword of the Stars 2.
Mm-hmm.
You have a shitload of diplomatic options in that game. Like, whatever you say about it, you can do things like arms treaties and demilitarized zones and shit like that. But it's so incredibly shallow, the options don't really matter at that point, even though you have a lot of them.
Yeah, really.
And I'm sorry to Battle Grove. I didn't mean to compare you to Sword of the Stars 2.
No, God, dude, that's the cross of the line.
That's the worst thing I've ever said to anything.
That is
to any
dude, uncool.
Yeah.
But finding this out was so disheartening. I just stopped my series.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was. I was really ready to be because for those that don't know, the reason the Soviet Union lost the Cold War is because their economy was shit.
Yeah.
For those that don't know,
We just economied them basically.
yeah, the Cold War was an economic war, is what that was, and the United States won in spades. Pretty much all the way through. The Soviet Union on the back foot the entire time. So the plan that I had going into it was not to fight this economic war, because essentially one of the very direct ways, essentially at this point the only way to diplomatize with anybody in Supreme Ruler is to throw lots and lots of money at them until they like you,
Mm-hmm.
which, or just take them over, one of the two. And quite frankly, Cold War, rolling over everybody with tanks isn't Cold War.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. That's hot war. That's just war at that point. You're just krieging.
It's just war.
You're just krieging. That's all you're doing is krieging, and that's not something I really wanted to do. Like there's some conflict here and there. Like I fought in Vietnam a little bit. I took over Finland, but I wasn't looking to do a massive
normal Soviet stuff. Yeah.
It would be nice if there was an actual diplomatic option in this game. But it definitely seems to me like it's an economic system that's built around supplying your military, so that you could fight wars. But the diplomacy isn't really is a side note. So it makes the wars actually really cool. But then the intermediary period, it's just
I wonder if it's just that time period, because I know I have done influencing of my own in some of my personal games for the Shattered Union scenario.
Well, I got dev confirmation that you cannot change a country's government form.
I need more beans. Beans and bombs
Which
and sausage.
I knew something was up because I think it was Turkey that their elections were coming up. They're Democratic. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and work on them. I'm going to blow up a bunch of their stuff through sabotage with spy missions. I'm going to go ahead and support the opposition, parties in their country so that they don't get reelected. And eventually I got to a point to where their ruling party was down to 20-some%. There was no way that they were going to get reelected. Elections came around, still Democratic. I was like, what? What's going on here?
Thanks for the kind words in chat, Marcus. Says, I love your YouTube channel. I love your viewership.
Your viewership is awesome.
How many more days? 4 more days for supply depots, but then I still have to wait for the supply to propagate.
Yeah, that's my bottleneck at the moment as well. Except mine are going to be 40 days.
Well, I'm in the situation where I can move forward, but as soon as anybody... like I can drive forward, but we don't have any bullets left, so...
Here comes the Russian Air Force. Uh-oh. I'm backing off a bit. I am completely out of supply here. Back off.
The Portugal northern thrust.
Yeah, the northern kind of halting waddle kind of thing.
The strategic North Sea invasion, or White Sea invasion.
Okay, so anybody looking at my screen will see a Swedish, I think, escort cruiser or something. It's obviously going through the river, but it's on land. So, apparently the Swedes have mastered amphibious ships. Like
the destroyers, I think they were from, what was that game? Supreme Commander? Just waddle up onto the shoreline with little, expanded
legs.
Yeah, which were adorable.
Oh yeah, those were the machine ones, weren't they? Or the Red Army. I forget what their actual name was. There was the Green Army, the Red Army, and then there was the Blue Army.
Yeah. They were just color-coded, made it easy.
Yeah.
My chat asks, is the motto, no, don't be a bitch, switch to Twitch? I think we were just going with switch to Twitch.
Yeah,
because
I'm not sure how being a bitch fits into this, but
every week YouTube, more information comes out, or YouTube does something else shitty, and everyone's just like, why are we doing this? The last one was that if you demonetize your channel, YouTube won't allow you to link your Patreon account to your videos. And they will delink all of your old ones as well.
No. Ben, actually, that's a bit broad. The only thing that stops is you being able to put your Patreon link in the end slate of your videos through the end slate.
Yeah, the links are unlinked. They don't.
But you can still put links on your channel, as in the upper right-hand corner of on your banner page and in the description.
Yeah, but the ones that get the most viewership and the most clicks are the ones they're delinking. The ones that appear in the videos as a little panel, which is a bitch move.
Yep.
Because there are a lot of channels that have demonetized themselves and rely on Patreon instead of YouTube ads. And statistically, in video ads, panels like that get the most views and the most clicks. See, how about Bob's supply bases? 4 days. Ben's supply bases. 2 days. Almost 1 day. So not a whole lot of Polish supply left in Russia. Oh, my chat says they were the Cybrex, Roach. The Cybrex.
Oh, I don't actually care. I haven't played that. Thank you, but I haven't played the game in almost 5 years.
It's a good game.
It's good. I think I still have it.
I think
it's on my Steam, but
The first one was good. The second one was garbage.
Yes. Well, that's because it turned into like you just had one unit or something like that, and you didn't have like big base building, and they did like a Company of Heroes 2 compared to Company of Heroes 1 kind of move, where they just like, hey, let's just take a whole bunch of shit out and call it a new game, put everything else in DLC.
Yep. So what was cool about Supreme Commander 1 was that, the maps weren't like StarCraft, where you could hammer out an entire entire match in 20 minutes. Defenses were strong. Some things took literally hours to build, and it took a long time because defenses were strong. So a lot of times, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to bombard my enemy's base from afar with massive artillery pieces, but then they build shields. You're like, okay, so that's not going to work. I could double down on artillery and try to outpace their shields, or I could go, build some nukes or something like that, or try to sneak under.
Or go hit their power farm.
Mm-hmm. It was cool, and then Supreme Commander 2 was just like a StarCraft clone. It's just like, okay, let's get this over fast.
I gotta say, the spiritual successor of Supreme Commander was Planetary Annihilation. Mm-hmm. I have their DLC, or their standalone, whatever, the Planetary Annihilation Titans. And although I don't like the fact that they made it because it detracted from the original game, I actually enjoyed playing it. I think as a game, it's good. As a game in the broader scope of things, I think nobody should buy it because it's just giving them money. But if you already have it, it's not bad. I like the concept of fighting in space along with land and sea and all that stuff. The dimension is cool.
My chat just goes, YouTube is a terrible service. I figured out the first time I've entered into the comment section.
To be fair, that's every service where you interact with an individual.
Yeah, if you're interacting with the public, and especially if you're interacting with the public on a a basis
where they're anonymous.
Anonymous, yeah. It's
Though in YouTube's case, for like 2 years, it didn't even matter because you couldn't be anonymous, or you had to try really hard to be anonymous.
That is a large German contingent coming out of St. Petersburg.
Are they moving?
Yeah.
This is in my final form.
It's scary.
Yeah, that is a lot. That was a lot of Yermans. Meanwhile, my engineers are marching on foot to the front.
Oh, that's right. You had your really sped engineers.
Those were the only engineers I had available to me. I know how to make trucks. I know how to make engineers. I don't know how to make engineers and trucks.
You're actually pretty close to Moscow, Ben. You're 240 kilometers.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just I'm at the before the supply propagates out, I can't go any further.
I really wish it told you, when you're trying to buy technology, the full capabilities of the unit designs.
Yeah. What's going on with these fucking buildings? It's been on one. It said days remaining 1 for 2 days now.
Because I am spending
Polish calendars are different.
billions.
Yeah, we're still on the Julian calendar. Sometimes it causes problems.
January 21st. Happy birthday, Isaac Newton.
Is this like super laggy for everybody right now?
Yep.
Yeah. To be fair, Ben, it's been the last 3 recording sessions.
No more than it usually is.
Maybe it just seems that way because I'm waiting. So I'm just waiting on supplies.
It does seem a little bit worse than usual.
It's all those Russians deploying in Moscow.
Probably. I bet they have 1 billion artillery in
there. We go.
No, Moscow's going to be a bitch because if they're smart, everything has like 6 garrisons on it. Mm-hmm. Or, the max amount that they can have.
Advanced vehicle fuel cells. That doesn't seem like something I need to be doing. I need to figure out how trucks work. Let's see. Would motorized engineers be under transport?
No, they'd be under infantry. Infantry also counts as mechanized infantry and motorized infantry. It's just all one big category.
All right, let's see here. Infantry, Marines, conscript, elite guard, airborne, medium infantry, elite forces.
Engineer motorized would be good.
Engineer. There we go. That looks like it. It says engineer, and it looks like some sort of truck with it's like a bulldozer with a crane on it. I think that'll do. We'll figure out how those work. That should help. Wow, those German divisions are very experienced for some reason.
They've been fighting in Russia and in Finland for a long time.
Indeed, they have.
How long has this war been going on for? What did it's been?
It was like 5 weeks at the start of the game, like February 2017 or 2017.
Well, it's about 2 years.
Coming up on 3.
Mm. Oh, you're right.
I need more bullets and bombs and beans and other things. How long does supply take to propagate?
Depends on the terrain for one.
Oh, okay.
But it goes faster along roadways.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You just keep trying to go right up that side there, Russia. I'm sure you'll have all the supply you need.
Maybe he's trying to capture the place that's building supply depots.
Alright, that should help. Okay, so are you pushing on Smolensk? Is that what's going on?
I am. We were getting reports that the Polish were waiting for wild bratwurst to grow.
Yeah, we are.
I just sent you all free plane stuff.
Free planes.
Free plane.
Well,
A
designs, not the
hornet
actual
for every
aircraft.
man, woman, and child. Especially children.
Doesn't have any anti-high stuff, but it is very good anti-air.
Oh wow, I haven't traded technology with you, Portugal, for a while.
I know. I just bought all of those from America for a silly amount.
Oh, Trump gave them to you?
Yeah. It's probably worth about 10 billion. I paid about 2.
So it's kind of his thing, is selling weapons on the cheap to people to other people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, the Russian Air Force came to pummel me.
Yeah, they keep appearing every now and then. Haven't really done much though. Ooh, my new ships are arriving. Huzzah, finally. Welcome to Archangel.
Pew, pew, pew.
That's actually a really good name for a space station.
Pew, pew, pew.
Gonna keep the Archangel. I'm gonna write that down.
Go away, Russians. I don't know how to fly. Go away. Does anybody have high altitude interceptors?
No, that's what I've been trying to buy.
It's just the only thing that you can do against high altitude is the fact that the Germans have I gave the Germans, I think the what are they, the Medes? Was that the one I gave you?
Yep.
Yeah, and they have 6 high air attack. So I think Bob's got them massed just behind the line. There you go, Portugal. That should
Thank
be.
you.
Yeah, I just lost 12 units to Soviet airplanes.
That's a crazy amount of tech.
Yeah, that technology is. It's. I wish I could get more money from you, but unfortunately, you don't have any.
No, that's because I
That's
just
right.
spent it
Fuck
all.
off, Russia.
What's that? MiG 141? What the fuck is that? MiG 144? What the fuck? I
Yeah,
don't even know what that is.
That, and I think, what is it, the Foxbat? Like, those are the two high air interceptors slash like fighters. It's too bad we can't buy like the Blackbird or something from the Americans. At least something that flies at high altitude.
I don't have any guns on it though.
Well, I mean, then you could just keep building them and have them sop up the shots.
just use them as cannon fodder.
It would help your other ground units.
It's the most expensive cannon fodder known to man.
It's a hell of a mission briefing. All right, pilot, your job is to get shot at.
Entrenchment, combat time. So you guys have combat time. Why aren't you combating then?
Might not be able to see them.
Yeah, I remember Russia's really thick forests.
Combat harder, damn it.
"32 days until I can do something."
So that's what, 4 hours of in-game time?
Yeah, probably.
Because I
we've been
can't
playing
do
that
anything
all
anymore
for a while.
without more supplies. Can't do anything.
Well, it looks like it's propagating. You've got supplies moving in almost to that. You've got supplies at that unit that's just behind the line, above Smolensk. Whatever. But it's not at full yet. So it's at least propagating. It's like a 1/3.
Shoot them, goddammit, shoot them! Or just move around, do something else.
Did they throw the Germans back from Smolensk?
Yeah,
They blew up all my supply trucks.
Oh.
they threw me back too. They got a lot of shit down there.
Oh wow!
And
yeah,
I mean,
they
if
have-
I can't get through, that's just it.
Yeah. If the Poles can't get through, everyone's
Exactly.
doomed.
Yeah, that's a bunch more units lost. Construction begun.
they have a lot of artillery.
That's all they have. That's all they've had since we hit the
Well,
mainland.
That's
all the
true.
people with all the people with actual guns sank.
I wonder if that's a bug, because I noticed that happening in Great War as well. Like Austria was only building artillery.
I wonder if it's somehow related to how they weight, like unit effectiveness and value.
Yeah, I
Like,
would assume so.
Because artillery has a lot of firepower. The far range, a lot of firepower, all that kind of stuff. That might be why. Even though they can't capture territory.
Chad's saying you'd think the Russians would give up by now, but I don't think that's how the Russians work.
I mean, I hope the Trat's familiar with World War II. I mean, that's a pretty good example of they do. Oh, damn it! Germany beat me.
Well done, Germany.
Beat me to the moon.
Oh yeah, I was doing that, wasn't I?
Germany got to the moon.
God
Oh yeah.
damn it!
I forgot I had my space program going.
So first person to land a man on the moon in
And like,
2019.
They'll say that for everybody that comes up that does that
Really?
tech. Yes.
yeah, it will. But it's the first.
They'd
It's
be
the
like,
first
Somalia
person,
was the
like-
first one to land on the moon in 2039.
All others are fake news. Didn't really happen. See, the weird thing is, Portugal, we've seen the moon reflected on the waters for centuries, and we keep chasing it, but we can never quite reach it.
Well, it's not with that attitude.
You go fast enough, you'll get there.
No. If he goes too fast, he'll fall off the earth.
Oh, don't say that. That's
You're
scary.
Tell that to our children.
I don't want my sailors to learn of this.
All right, I'm seeing the supplies starting to move.
Yeah, we're getting to that. We're getting that really sickly green color starting to fill in.
Yeah.
It's a very unfortunate color they picked for Poland.
Yeah. Not great. Hello, Tonkin's Panza. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I need like more. With 2 supply depots. You know, let's build more. How about all of them? Build them all.
We have taken Smolensk.
Ooh.
Huzzah!
Lost. How many troops did you lose doing that?
23. 10 of which were my transport units.
Hit your supply train first.
They did.
It's actually pretty smart. If this was any other game, I'd say that was a fluke. Hey, I got lucky.
What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that.
The BTR.
Yeah, I see him.
Nope, he's running away.
Run away, run
Just
away.
waiting for that bratwurst. Alright, we got him. We got him, boys.
Yes, send a train of towed artillery. I'm sure it'll work this time.
Portugal believes in flat Earth confirmed. Yup, they do.
Yep.
Everybody knows the Portuguese think the Earth is flat. It is known.
Yeah, whenever we
Which is
sail around the
wrong.
world, what happens is we fall off the edge and then somehow appear back in Portugal. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so my engineers, halfway across Lithuania. Is that Latvia? Who's this? Who are
Whatever
you?
the free one is.
The one that's not dead. You're
That's Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Yeah, remember all the Germans died in Latvia the last time.
Yeah, that was the thing. Part of the issue I'm having is that I take some territory and then 4 hours later I build the supply depots in it, and by then I've moved on to the point where that's a little past the useful range. All right, time to try to take Rzhev.
It's only garrisons. You should be good.
Yeah, and I'm attacking him with fucks.
Garrisons and 1 helicopter.
You'd think Poland would know something about Lithuania. You'd think.
Nope, never heard of them. There was no Commonwealth here. Fake news.
Common who?
Common what? You calling me a commoner?
Who is this? That's Egypt. That's Czech. Yeah, you want to sell me stuff? I'll take your stuff.
We'll trade for likes.
Mm-hmm. Boop boop. What was that boop boop?
You took Rzhev.
Oh, that was the boop boop.
So they lost one of their airfields. Now there's just another one a couple miles south. The Germans are trying to take.
There's another one even further south from that.
Yeah. An airbase for every man, woman, and child. Alright, Rzhev, what do you got here? You got a small airbase. Okay.
What else would I have, Ben?
Uh,
Russia is rich in air bases. The airbase economy in Russia is, strong.
They're
they
also
just have
pushing
people
artillery
paving
pieces,
fields. Build military supply doodle. No, can't. Why not?
No supply.
Ah, damn you! Damn you, supplies!
Damn you!
By the way, Kaiserreich has updated, but I don't know if it's worth going back to Hoi 4.
Why
Oh, it's
are-
Hoi 4.
That's like the 7th time I think I've heard in like 12 hours about Kaiserreich being fucking updated.
It's still Hoi 4.
People are goddamn horny for Kaiserreich.
I honestly don't get it.
Go play the good one. Go play the Darkest Hour version of Kaiserreich. For God's sakes, people.
I've been working my way up to running Hoi 2 again. I just need to be a little bit better on it. And things keep coming up. Like I was playing it, and then the company gave me Oriental Empire, so I was like, this game looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna try it out. And then Holdfast came out, and I'm like, I need ship combat in my life.
Yeah, there is absolutely nothing wrong with ship combat. Wow, I only just realised you said that. Ships for the win, huzzah!
Oh yeah, me and I get all three of us. We were at one point we were all playing yesterday on stream the ship combat, the naval combat in Holdfast.
Oh god, it was so much fun.
It was
like
it was very
like
fun.
Having our crew on a decent sized ship, and people actually answering commands and following orders. We were, our one efficient ship could take out like 4 inefficient ships.
It was down to just us versus like 3 French, schooners, and we were
took them all out.
just running circles around them.
Yeah,
A sailor and a sturgeon hanging out on a longboat for like 7 minutes.
Sturgeon just keeps reloading his pistol and just shooting at the chasers. That was the best.
Hoi 2 or Darkest Hour Hoi 2? Probably Darkest Hour.
There is a Darkest Hour mod for. Well, I mean, calling it a mod's generous. I don't know what the deal is with Darkest Hour Hearts of Iron for, because there's a mod there, but it says not complete, and then I load it up, and it's sure as shit it's not complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Darkest Hour, the Hoi 2 standalone expansion /
I really wish that there was a check of some kind for the Steam Workshop, which is mod complete? Yes, no. Does deliver on features? Yes, no.
Do you want to go out with me? Yes, no.
I saw you were planning on doing New Horizons as a stream this week, right?
Yeah, that's been on my to-do list for forever since Star Trek.
Yeah. I played it back before I think Utopia came out, and it was pretty good back then. So is it good for it's been updated for Synthetic Dawn?
Oh god, here come the Hinds.
Because I don't know if there's any way to tell really. I mean, you can't create a new race or anything like that. I know the mod is also what I wanted to do actually was just straight up choose United Earth and then just go into a game and not do the lore rich universe thing where it has you go do all the story stuff.
Oh, just play from United Earth start then outward on your own.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. I played the scenario, so that was actually really nice too. I think.
Yeah, I'm going to end up playing the scenario because there's other setups you can do, but I don't really know what they're peddling for those starts. So it's just okay.
Ooh, looks like we are over time. We're at 33 minutes.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, make sure to follow and subscribe there. And all the other things that we all do for Patreon, all that stuff. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.